Kilmarnock at a good time? I mean, they had a great season last season, but this game comes in between two huge European games for them. So, I mean, is it a good time to be playing Kilmarnock, do you think?
I never think like that because it's two different competitions, and they have a good experienced manager in Derek, and they have a strong squad, and I'm sure they're gonna be really prepared for the game against us also at Pittodrie. So I don't think like advantage and these kind of things. I always try to prepare, focus on what we can do, and do the best we can do there.
I know Kilmarnock had thought about exploring the option of requesting a postponement of this fixture, and they didn't in the end. But do you sympathise perhaps with their dilemma or their balancing act at the moment of European and domestic games?
For me, that's a bigger question, not so short before a game, but it's a bigger question for, in that case, the league and how we want to prepare ourselves for the European games. But I haven't think about specific this situation at all in that case.
I mean, just on that note, I mean, do you think, looking at the bigger picture in Scotland, that the league should maybe do a bit more to help the clubs that are in Europe by giving them, maybe a free weekend before a big European fixture?
Like I told you, I think it's for me, it's like I'm new in this league. I don't know exactly how it impact on the game. So I think that's we have more and better people than me to talk about that question in after the season maybe and before next season. I just only have my experience from Sweden when we were in Europe, and there we have 3 games a week, and we don't talk about it so much during the season. We just play the games and keep moving. But it's always good for Scottish football if we are strong in Europe. So, but for me, it's not right now. I haven't think about at all.
Your team news?
Dante still some way to go before it's ready. Leighton is maybe more on the pitch after the national team break, and let's see from there.
Just sticking with Matta's players, you'll be asked these questions until the transfer window shuts.
Yeah, can someone please close it soon?
Just another week.
Yeah.
Kevin Nisbet, first of all, I mean, are you able to bring us up to speed with where things are at in terms of trying to bring him to the football club?
Now, as I told you before, you're going to get the same answer today. I don't want to speak about other teams' players and speculation and these kind of things. I think you're good enough on that, better than me to speculate, so I'll leave it to you.
And so it'll be the same answer with regards to Marcus Eunice as well, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. You learn, a quick learner. Perfect. Good.
But you've brought 6 players in so far, I think, in this window. How many more are you hoping to be able to bring in before it shuts next week?
No, like I told you, we have we have some ideas, some visions for the future, and but we also try to think about. You see now, Jack Milne played last game and did it really well. Pap and Win have done some really good things on the pitch also. So, and you look at the training sessions, and everybody's competing. So, my focus is with them right now, and then we have some. We always have to respect the windows. It can be in both directions. Someone can come for our players, and so we always have to be prepared and think about the long term, but also working in the short term and prepare for the games and pushing the players here, see them grow. How the team spirit is when we celebrate the goals. Everybody's there to celebrate, and so right now I think we are in a good place. But as I told you before, when the window is closing, then we know the answer. So I can't tell any more about that. Yeah.
Two more from me, if I may. I didn't think I'd still be asking this, given I've been away for a few weeks and it's obviously still not been resolved. Is there anything to add in terms of Duk?
No, I haven't anything new to say there. No, nothing more.
Is he here?
He's not here. Yeah.
Okay. Alison, just a final one, just about the bigger picture in Scottish football. I don't know if you saw over the last couple of days the Scottish FA published the findings of a report that they've been carrying out about under 21 players and the lack of first team opportunities opportunities they seem to be getting in Scotland compared to other countries in Europe. Basically, we seem to be lagging behind on that front in this country. I'm just wondering, I know you've not been that long in Scottish football, but is it something that you notice as a problem in Scotland, and in terms of your own experience in Sweden? You know, was there a good pathway for young players to, 16, 21-year-olds, for example, to come out of the kind of youth or academy structures and make a smooth transition to get first team football?
I think that's more. I don't like to take a league. I think it's more club to club and what their resources are and how they work in the long term. For me, that's always a long-term thing. It's not just something you fix overnight, but you have to have a strategy. I think the mix between have a strong core, a strong DNA in a club, and also try to work hard for a pathway for the young players to grow. It's always good in many ways, and also in the long term for the national team. But I think it's better to look in deep in that, and every club for speak for themselves. It's not just say the league or whatever. It can be also sometimes some trends. It can be a lot of things that impact on that one. So that can be a question for the future maybe, but I don't have get too deep in that right now.
But is that something that's important to you as a manager, seeing homegrown players or players coming through the academy and finding their way into the first team? Because we saw young Jack Mill do so well at the weekend, and not to go too far back, you've Conor Barrett and Jack McKenzie. There have been players that have come through those pathways.
I think Aberdeen is doing really fine there. I think they're doing really fine there, and we have an idea how we want to grow in this, and also keep evolving the things that's already really good in Aberdeen. And then it can be, but you have to look, I think, like in a 3-year period all the time. You can't expect every year something going to happen, but you have to look over 3 years, and then the next 3 years. And if you see like we're growing that part, it's good for everyone. So we're working hard and strong with that.